Yo, in 4 years, I've achieved this. I've achieved a good body through calisthenics and living in Venezuela, so that's actually an accomplishment because I didn't have a diet anywhere good, honestly. Almost 22 months of learning Japanese. In September, I have 22 months. Learn English. I'm a Spanish native. So went from 8 hours of watching TikTok daily to 8 hours of learning languages daily. Right? So you can imagine that this person right here basically is not able to see languages for 8 hours and he just watches TikTok, porn, like videos, all of those things. And you can imagine that this person right here is just like he's to this, right? He's intelligent, maybe whatever. Okay, all of this because of language learning, and the thing that we're going to be talking about in this video is language learning is your free pass into a better life like mine. Even if you're poor, even if you have money, even if you whatever thing, if you learn languages, you will have a better life. And I do think that literally this is really good. Okay, so the first point that we're going to be talking about is how did my change specifically happen? The second point, how you can do it too. The third point, it's not easy. The fourth point is not hard too. And the fifth point is actually fun. And so yeah, we're going to start. How did my change specifically happen? And so in September of 2021, I started learning languages. September of 2021, I started learning English. But 2 months before, I started in calisthenics, more or less, yeah. And then I basically was addicted to TikTok, as you know. I was addicted to TikTok, video games, all of those things. And then I said, okay, but like, I need to do something. How can I do something productive with my addictions? I actually didn't think about this about that like this, but like that's how kind of like did happen. So I started like learning languages with Netflix because I had an addiction to series, and so I said, okay, if I have this addiction, I may just use it for something productive. And then I literally started learning languages with Netflix. There's some negative points about this, which I'm going to be talking about like in other videos probably. But like in this video, just the good things, right? So I use my addiction to Netflix to learn languages. I use my addiction to TikTok to learn languages. I use my addiction to video games. I usually played a lot of Rocket League at that moment. And so I literally watched lots of videos on Rocket League to learn English. Of course, it's not really like the most efficient thing because they are just saying, oh, pass me, shoot. And it's just like very short vocabulary, right? Because they're just basically just playing the fucking game, right? They're not caring about someone learning English. But like that's how did my change happen. So literally, I use my addictions, and then at some point, I just said, okay, like I need to do something more efficient because it is not really that efficient. And that's when I started, okay, I need to read more. I need to like do more Salwe, maybe. I need to improve my pronunciation and all those things, right? That's how you make the change, right? Because at some point, like watching anime, watching series becomes really easy, and so when it becomes really easy, you need to do something more difficult. And if you do something more difficult, of course, you will end up becoming more disciplined. And if you become more disciplined, it will improve all of the other areas in your life, and it literally helped me to get even a better body, right? Because I got more discipline. So the second thing, how you can do it to literally imitate myself, literally copy me. So if you want to actually learn a language, you can do it right now, literally. And let's say that you have an addiction right now to TikTok. You literally can watch TikTok. I wouldn't recommend this for people who actually are watching like TikTok for 8 hours like myself at that moment. Literally, it's just better for you to like just use your addiction and literally like at least do something productive with your addiction. So there's people right now actually that have addictions to YouTube and they learn languages with YouTube. So I had an addiction to anime. I learned Japanese. You know, like it's just language learning is just very cool in that aspect, because if you're addicted to something, you can literally use it, and at some point it will become just so easy that you will say, okay, I need to pass to the next thing if I want to become productive, and you will literally leave that addiction, which is a thing that happened to me. So for example, I had an addiction to anime, and literally after anime became like really easy to watch, I just said, okay, like I need to like start reading. I need to do things that are more difficult, because if not, I'm going to get stuck. And the thing that I hate the most is getting stuck, right? And so you will literally just I stopped doing those things, which is the thing that happened to me. That's why I stopped watching TikTok. That's why right now I actually watch some animes that are animation right now, but like I'm not addicted to them anymore. It's not like I watch them for like 6 to 8 hours daily anymore, right? And so yeah, that's how you do it too. You basically grab your addictions and you now do your addictions in the language that you want to learn. And of course, you maybe want to get the basis, all of those things, but like you already know how to learn a language. It's just that you don't have the discipline to actually learn a language, right? So, because I mean, learning languages is just like 3 steps. You get the basis, you study some vocabulary, maybe some grammar, and then you start doing immersion. And after 4 to 5 months, maybe you start talking. And after like 1 year and a half, 2 years, you literally learn the language. You literally at least learn to speak the language to conversational fluency, right? That's the point. It's not easy, motherfucker. Like, of course, it like it's just not easy. In the sense that at the certain phases, you will like kind of have like this. I don't want to do it. I will leave it for tomorrow. All of this or all of those things, and literally, you have to get through that. If you are able to just get through that, you will literally notice that, oh, this is becoming more enjoyable. And so for that, I will tell you this metaphor. So let's say that it's winter right now and there's lots of snow outside of your house. So for you to actually go through a path of snow, let's say you have a path of snow right here. Let me draw this. Let's say you have a path of snow, right? Right here. And there's lots of snow in here. What you have to do is that literally you have to go through that path lots you have to go through this path lots of time, and at some point that snow will disappear. Wait, here. And at some point that snow will disappear and going through that path will become really easy. The same with your life. So if you literally do it every day, your dopamine levels will get accustomed to doing that thing. And you will literally do something like I'm doing right now, which is, I don't know, recording a video in Japanese, like for 2 hours, for 3 hours. Literally today, Sunday, I'm recording Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I'm recording 5 videos for the week. And I'm recording 7 reels for my Instagram. Right, so this is something that you can achieve, but like it's not easy, at least for the first 3 to 4 months, right? So the next thing is, here. It's not hard too. So basically it kind of like relates to the last one. So at some point you will notice, oh my god, this is really enjoyable. Learning languages with anime, learning languages with video games, it's really enjoyable. And at some point you will say, okay, I don't want to learn with this, but like I actually want to do it too. And you will say, okay, but like I have to do written. And then you will start kind of like doing the same process that you did in here, right? You will literally start doing the same thing with written. And then with shadowing, and then with the speaking with people, right? And then you will start kind of like enjoying that sense of effort, which is actually like probably one of the most beautiful feelings when it comes to changing as a human being. And so I want to literally put in your mind that it's not hard to change as a human, and you can actually achieve it really easily. It's actually fun. So I want to kind of like tell you the definition of fun. So fun is not actually watching TikTok 8 hours daily. Fun is not playing video games and not learning languages with it for 8 hours daily. Fun is not watching anime. Fun is not watching porn. I think that you get the point, right? So what fun is? You can imagine that the golden times in which probably like, I don't know, you were in the school and you were practicing for a competition, let's say a sports competition, and you actually kind of like grinded for that thing. You trained every day for like 3 months. You probably remember those days, like the golden times in which you practice for that test, you practice for that sports competition for like, I don't know, bro, like 3 months straight, 4 months straight, and you aced the test. You were first in the sports competition. That is fun because you remember it. But like, will you remember tomorrow the 8 hours of a scroll that you did today? I mean, of course, you will not remember it. Like, it's just something that will not happen. Will you be happy about having fapped today with like hentai? Of course, you will not remember. So that's not fun. The fun is actually putting effort into something that will improve your life. That's fun. And so, yeah, that's basically it. And if you want to actually know more autistic, a more autistic type of advice, I tell you that you check the first two links in the description. The first one is basically booking a free call with me. If you want to actually know more about this, if you want to get a free advice from me, just basically check the first link in the description. And yeah, check the first link in the description. The second link in the description is my program for people who want to actually get more serious into this and want to have a community. Imagine if you could have me, or if you could have a friend who is inside of my community to tell you, bro, today we're doing 3 hours of immersion, and the one and the person who is not able to do it is gay or something like that. Like, it's just way more fun. It becomes super fun, and you have way more progress when you have people who is literally very similar to you, which chances are, if you're watching this video, it's because you're literally very similar to me, and you like, if you are watching this video for like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you're literally 99% similar to me. And so literally go to my community. And there is, by the way, this is something that people like talk about. I don't know, maybe you think about this. Why is this like paid? And it is paid because, I mean, people with no commitment don't pay. People with commitment pay. That it is simple as that. You can imagine that if you were like in a gym, for example, if you were in a gym, this gym who is free, there's a gym who is free and there's a gym who is paid. And so you can imagine that the gym who is free, there's going to be like, no one is actually like caring about the machines. No one is caring about the bath. No one is caring about, like, literally it's going to be very bad. But like, if there's a person, if there's a gym that is paid and is like $40 a month, you can imagine that people will actually start caring about that thing. People will start kind of like caring the machines. People will not like poop in the wall of the bath, like all of those things, right? So that's why it's paid. So subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all of those things. Bye.